So anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna conclude my following nature's course. If you want to survive nature, just just go with the flow. It's like that's the time when you go with the flow with when the nature's course thing. But anyway, like I used to swim all the. I like I said, I can't drink water. I gag it up. I seriously can't drink water. And they keep saying, "Oh, you had to drink like 10 glasses of water to be healthy." I'm the healthiest person you're gonna ever meet. I never get sick. I never do, and I never drink water. I'm the healthiest. I never drink. I hate drinking. Like I said, I gag it up. I can't drink it. And like last time I drank a glass of water, I think was like 3 months ago. One glass. I couldn't even finish the damn thing. I drank like that much of it. And the time for that was another 4 or 5 months. I had one little. I bought a bottle of water. I drank like about four. I spit it out and threw it out. I can't drink water. I hate it. Um, and I hate swimming. Like I said, I used to do the thing back when I was young, and I didn't know. I used to, because I was real low in the fitness back at a certain time in my life, and I used to swim like regularly. And I felt weaker after I would do it. I just would feel weaker. I would look weaker. I'd look at myself in the mirror, and I was getting that swimmer's body, which I don't think is attractive. Like to me, like I look at that Phelps guy, and he looks more amphibious as he looks amphibious. Like these swimmers, they look like they have amphibious bodies because nature's gonna mold you to your environment. If you swim all the time, you're gonna end up looking like a freaking. Your body's gonna end up looking like a freaking alligator. It really is, because you know you're doing as they do, so you're gonna look as they do eventually. I don't want to have a body of an alligator or a crocodile. And that's what a lot of these these professional swimmers they do. A lot of, the more and more they swim, the more and more they get these amphibious bodies. I don't want that. And I started noticing that in me too. I started looking at my body and my ab, like you look at their ab muscles and they're like amphibious ab. They're like not right. They're like don't look anatomically correct for a human. The type of muscles they have after they swim all the time. And I was getting that. I didn't like that. I didn't like how it made me feel. Like when I'd swim, it made me feel like not human. It didn't make me feel good. It didn't make me look good. So I lift weights. So I went to weightlifting because see the thing is, as humans, we need to lift weights to survive. We don't need to swim to survive anymore. We need to lift to survive now on land because you have to lift. You have to be able to lift food to your mouth. You have to be able to lift the clothes on your body. You have to be able to lift to survive as land animals. You have to be able to lift, like when you farm the food, you gotta be able to lift the hay. You gotta be able to lift things to survive on land. That's why weightlifting is catered to land animals. It's just common sense, and it's reality, and it's a fact. So, and in hunting, like I don't like hunting because it's the same thing. Okay, like I keep saying, like yeah, okay, deer and elk and all that, yeah, they're land animals. So like everybody's like, well, they're land animals, so you can eat those. But I kind of think not because another thing Mother Nature did is the animals we're supposed to eat, we're supposed to be able to catch with our bare hands. Okay, because Mother Nature wants to make things easy on us because she's nice. So like to me, all the tastiest things are the human grown pigs, the farm grown pigs, the farm grown steer, the farm grown turkeys, the farm grown chickens, because you know nature gave us that ability to make those species because nature cares about us and she wants to make the thing we need most the easiest to get. Crops stay still. They stay still. They don't run 40 miles, 30 miles an hour where you can't catch it with your bare hands. Pigs, they, like I think, pigs aren't as mean as wild boar are, you know, domesticated. See, that's why nature blessed humans to be able to domesticate pigs, because Mother Nature is working through us to make our life easier. You know, so like that's why like a wild pig is so mean and tries to kill you. That's why like any wild animal out there is going to try to kill you, or it's going to be real fast, run away from you where you can't catch it with your bare hands. That's another sign of Mother Nature telling us we're not supposed to eat those things. That's why Mother Nature is making them so mean when they try to kill us. Mother Nature's sending us she's giving us a hint. I'm making these things attack you, try to kill you because I don't want you eating those things. This is why I made it where you humans can domesticate these things. You know, where they're not mean and they're actually tastier after when you domesticate them. This is why I work through you because I want you to, you know, I care about you, you know. And same thing like with ducks. Ducks can fly, and Mother Nature's like, that's why I'm making those things run faster away from you because you're not supposed to eat those things. It's a little hint Mother Nature tells you, you know. She's like, you know, you want to do those things. You don't have to do those things. Mother Nature's like, you don't have to hunt. But where you have to hunt, you know we have to hunt for food because if we don't hunt for, if we, the only reason to hunt for food really is to conserve the animal population. That's really the only reason to do it. Because the thing is, see, like in lots of many parts of the country, like where I live in Alabama, the predators aren't big and strong enough to take down the prey, and there's not enough of them. You know, there's not a big, strong. You know, there's not enough predators. They're not big. They're not strong enough to take down the average prey in many of the parts of the world. Okay, you know, like we're in Alabama. You know, our biggest predators are like a 200 pound, 250 pound black bear, the 40 pound coyote. That's like the biggest predators in in meat eating predators in Alabama are the black bears that get average 200 pounds, and the 40 pound coyote. In many places in the world, it's the same thing. The average nowadays, the average um, herbivore outweighs, is bigger, stronger, and outnumbers the average carnivore, and it's like a fact. And what do herbivores eat? They eat vegetation. They eat crops. They eat vegetables. They eat grass. Okay. And here's another thing. They don't have to. They can procreate as much as they want because they don't have the things to worry about that humans do in our life. Where if we have kids, we have to. You have to. You have to pay for it. You have to pay your kids. You have to pay to raise them. You have to pay money. Animals don't have that problem. They can breed to their heart's desire, have as many offsprings as they want. They don't have to pay for anything. It's all free to them. So they're going to do it, and they're going to just keep procreating. The only thing herbivores have to look forward to is crapping, sleeping, eating, and procreating. That's all they live for. It's all they live for. So if man has been picked as the one to conserve the animal population because, like I said in the previous video, we're the right size. We're not too big, we're not too small. We're the perfect size to do it as far as anatomically the right size, the right strength. Not too, it's like the three little bears. We're not too hot, we're not too cold, we're just right. We're not too big, we're not too small, we're just right to be the ones to conserve the animal population. Um, but that's why it's important. It's more important we hunt animals to conserve the animal population than it really is to eat them. We just eat them because we're not a wasteful species. We don't like to waste things. We like to use what we there's no term use it or lose it. You know, I don't hunt. I could hunt. I could learn to hunt. See, the only way I would hunt if I had to do it. I don't have to hunt. I got enough people out there doing it for me. Because the problem is things become fads, and that's when it gets out of control, and that's when it gets damaging. Like hunting now is like a fad. Living off the grid has turned into a fad now. And see, the problem with fads is they get out of control, and they end up after a while doing more harm than good when the fad gets too big. You know, because there's so many people now that want to do the fad that they actually ends up doing a lot more bad than good. You know, everyone wants to hunt because it's the thing to do now. It's the in thing, It's the freaking in thing to go hunt. I'm not into any in thing. I don't follow you, man. I don't. That's why I don't follow the masses of typical lame, boring, loser, arrogant prick, mind manipulated, superficial, dickwad, pop crowd, metropolitan minion jackasses because they find their way out to the freaking country, take and turn it into a big fad, and they screw up the countryside like they screwed up the city through their stupid fads. Their stupid, pathetic, just boring fads. Okay, that about do it. I'll upload these ones and I'm out of here. Could have barbecue with my best friend.